Hi, good morning and welcome to a meditation. Today is the 22nd of May. Today, I would like to share with you about some of the four enemies of the Lamb and of his church in the book of Revelation. We are just in the beginning of the letter where we are presenting the Lamb, the church, and the enemies of the church. And today, I would like to share with you about the enemies of the Lamb. In Revelation chapter 12 verse 3, we see the first one of the enemies. Then another sign appeared in heaven, an enormous red dragon with 7 heads and 10 horns and 7 crowns on its heads. So the dragon is using two numbers that are often used for the Lamb, especially the number 7 one here, 7 and 10. The text is going to explain to us that this dragon is the ancient serpent, which is the devil. A second enemy is in Revelation chapter 13, verse 1. The dragon stood on the shore of the sea, and I saw a beast coming out of the sea. It had 10 horns and 7 heads, with 10 horns on its with 10 crowns on its horns, and on each head a blasphemous name. So this is the second enemy of the Lamb and of the church. We are going to talk about it when we arrive in chapter 13. Another third enemy is in chapter 13, verse 11. Then I saw a second beast coming out of the earth. It had 2 horns like a lamb, but it spoke like a dragon. Interesting, because this false prophet is imitating the lamb. It looks like a lamb, but when it speaks like the dragon. The Bible says that the mouth will speak of what people have in their hearts. So the being of this actually, the heart of this being is the dragon, is controlled by the dragon, but it looks like an angel. It looks like a lamb. In some texts, Satan is disguised as an angel, and here it is looks like a lamb, but it's not the lamb. 14 verse 8 is the fourth enemy of the Lamb and the church. A second angel followed and said, falling is Babylon the Great, which made all the nations drink the maddening wine of the adulteries. So this system, represented by a city. I remind you that in the Bible, in the book of Revelation, the church is also compared to a city, the New Jerusalem, and the evil things of the world are actually compared to another city, which is Babylon the Great. What is going to happen to them all? It's also written in the book, Revelation chapter 18, verse 2. With a mighty voice he shouted, falling is Babylon the Great. She has become a dwelling of demons and a haunt of every impure spirit, a haunt for every unclean bird, a haunt for every unclean and detestable animal. So the first one to fall is this Babylon system. The second one in Revelation chapter 19 verse 20, it's interesting to see that they're going to fall in they were in a different order of the presentation of their presentation in the book of Revelation. The first one to fall is Babylon here, and then the second would be the 2 beasts. But the beast was captured, and with it the false prophet who had performed the signs on its behalf. With these signs, he had deluded those who had received the mark of the beast and worshipped its image. The 2 of them were thrown alive into the fiery lake of burning sulfur. And then the dragon in Revelation chapter 20 verse 10, and the devil who deceived them was thrown into the lake of burning sulfur, where the beast and the false prophet had been thrown. They will be tormented day and night forever and ever. In the book of Revelation, the Lamb will reign forever and ever. The enemies of the Lamb will be tormented forever and ever. They are not going to reign at all. Jesus is the one who will reign forever and ever. In Revelation chapter 17:14, we see the victory of the Lamb and the victory of those who follow the Lamb. This is, in my opinion, and many people's opinion, the key text to understand the book of Revelation. Revelation 17, verse 14. They will wage war against the Lamb. They are the four enemies, but the Lamb will triumph over them. Why? Because the Lamb is the Lord of Lords. The Lamb is the King of Kings, and with him will be his called, chosen, and faithful followers. Who are you following today? Are you following the dragon, or are you following the Lamb victorious, the victorious Lamb who will reign forever and ever? Who are you following?